into it. So you're kind of taking that return damage from the E. And so there are some little tricks and so on. It's not like if you're just going to get completely blown out by an Ori, but you do expect the Orianna to have a CS advantage.
No, man. What are you saying? No way.
Nick, if you look more handsome with
hold on. We already got some violence here at level 1. Shopify Rebellion is on the board. 100 Thieves were too busy. Yeah, we are not having a good time in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, mid lane Contracts looking to make it even more painful here as Quid tries to flash away. But the third hit of the 3 talents. Yeah, Dokla's going all in. Fudge in some danger here, trying to drop some needlework to get himself away. Third hit does connect, and okay, Fudge is all right, but man, Dokla is running this 1v1 while Shopify starts up the Drake on the bottom half of the map. Ayla on the approach here, as 100 Thieves are trying to at least steal away the blue buff in the enemy jungle, with Fudge being forced back. Remember, there is no teleport here on the Gwen, so it's a long walk back to lane. But
Flash on the other side, so he's going to be pretty comfortable.
Meanwhile, Flash spent in the mid lane there by Palafox, trying to get away as River scraps with Contracts back and forth. Both junglers on the edge of death, but it's Contracts who falls, and River stays alive. They can build that lead, but right now it looks like 100 Thieves willing to contest for control over this bot side River, but not overcommit to it. Ayla jumps in for a grand entrance. Seo's not going to take a whole lot of damage here as Contracts is the initial target. Tries to get himself back away, but he's charmed up, locked up. Shopify trying to fight back, but River has already got the kill here on the Contracts. Palafox in a lot of danger. Nice shockwave. Fetal Warfare claimed by 100 Thieves as Shopify Rebellion fall apart in the River.
Yeah, Shopify kind of walked in there a bit haphazardly, and B-Boy's pretty split. Dokla looking to get aggressive once again here. 100 Thieves just kind of collapsed on one side. They initially looked for Zeus, but B-Boy was never really able to join up with Palafox and Contracts. They got kind of pushed out the side, and Quid held onto that shockwave for a long time. Didn't actually need it to kill off Contracts. Saves it to be able to grab that kill onto Palafox. Really well done by 100 Thieves.
Now Dokla's ready to fight up here on the top side yet again, but Fudge with the last cast of the needlework goes snip, snip, cuts him down. Fudge gets the 1v1 kill, but now Quid ready to get one in return. Misses the command attack. Fudge with a flash away, but Quid follows it with a nice...
had was 5 losses before a win. That was back in 2019 summer. And at this point, they are 4 losses without a win here. This was actually the roster that they were playing with, where they had this like 7-man roster going on with Zaligo and Ryu splitting time, with Someday and Fake God that they didn't play against. And so that has to be taken into consideration. You can't just look at the records.
Okay, Fudge versus Dokla yet again. The 1v1 down here on the bottom side. Dokla trying to jump back away, avoids the final cast of needlework. Both of these top laners down to a few hundred HP here now, and both of them continuing to fight. Flash follow there with a counter strike, and Dokla barely misses out. Tier 1 turret, Fudge jumping in. River and Ayla coming down, but Contracts is also nearby. He'll force 100 Thieves back for the moment. The clone takes most of the damage. Flash forward from Contracts there for the last hit of the 3 talent strike, and now Ayla's got to flash away to try to escape. Pop the quickness, again disengaging. Seo's not going to find a lot here with the Magnet Storm, but now they finally lock up Dokla, and he is chopped up. B-Boy takes the
was able to kill him. If Contract didn't show up, I think that Quid would have been able to finish him off. But now it is 100 Thieves getting a bit of damage down on the B-Boy and starting up this Herald.
Okay, Tier 1 turret claimed in the top side at the same time.
And now Quid moving down. This turret was already put very low from Dokla last time he was pressuring, so now they're going to be able to knock down another tower. Quid took down that top lane tower, walks down towards. They're not even going to contest, they're just going to give it up for a tower. So not feeling like they're in a position to actually be able to fight here. But it does mean you're going to lose the mid lane tower, so you're going to lose your last outer because the Herald has been sewn up. You're going to lose the Dragon and the Feats. Yes, you will get a Tier 1 tower top eventually, but doesn't feel like the best trade here for Shopify. So we'll see if they can actually pressure more. But I mean, Dokla's already up there to cover the Tier 2, so I don't think that they're going to get a second tower or anything like that.
Yeah.
And 100 Thieves, at the end of the day, I think are going to be very happy with how this has gone.
I mean, it's 1 tower for 1 tower with a... But I don't really think anybody's going to be rushing that one super fast here in this game. Dokla putting in some quick work on the Tier 2 turret up here with the top side flashes, the energy banner, a favorite in the hearts of many a North American fan, as Dokla does take out the Tier 2, but now B-Boy has arrived. Dokla trying to get away.
Actually make mistakes, and Dokla's looking for plays, looking for solo kills, and trying to play aggressive.
Big Dokes is ready to go, and 100 Thieves is ready for the Otacon. Shopify Rebellion bringing some manpower down here, but they're going to have to make their move pretty soon.
Dokla's
Teleport ready to arrive, but immediately Dokla is ready to greet Palafox as Shopify tries to engage down here on the bottom side, but River has already cast the Cyclone. Contracts again, just melted before we can do anything meaningful here in the fight. River with a second cast of the Cyclone puts some pressure on B-Boy as Fudge is about to die. 200 Thieves looking good in the fight. Quid goes on a killing spree. It's a 2-for-1 trade across the map so far for the Thieves. Zeus tries to get away, a double kill back over to Quid. He stays alive for a moment, but B-Boy cleans one up. B-Boy trying to be the hero here for Shopify Rebellion, needs one more auto attack. Phosphorus Bomb gets a triple kill for the Corki as he finally dies. It's 4 dead bodies on both sides. A bloodbath around the Otacon.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight. And 100 Thieves going in a 3v2 with very low health bars. Zeus landed a double shattering strike.
Now B-Boy super far ahead, 1,500 gold ahead of FBI on the Yunara. However, the greatest lead in the game is still Quid, 2,000 up compared to Palafox, and it's 100 Thieves starting up the Otacon. They've already got it down to 5,000 HP. Teleport coming in. 100 Thieves immediately decide they do not care about the objective. They only want the fight. A lot of damage done to Fudge. He's already dead. As the fight continues, the second cast of the Cyclone is death for the second solo laner of Shopify Rebellion. 100 Thieves having a great fight so far. FBI wants to get away from contracts, and he's the last man standing on the Rebellion, and 100 Thieves will put that Rebellion to rest. A triple kill to Quid, and 100 Thieves make him look
Stand
stiff.
on him, pop the ulti, so it's instantaneous that you are charmed up. There's no way to react to that whatsoever. He gets burst down in a hurry. Palafox, who had lost his flash on the last play running from Dokla, also gets knocked down, and then it's really only B-Boy who can do anything, but even he cannot stop them. Quid is so fed now. They get the Otacon. He gets a triple kill after already being 2K ahead, and they're going to grab the Dragon. It feels like 100 Thieves now are
Joe
on
up,
the...
though, Palafox waiting in the wings, seeing if there's a flank opportunity here. Fudge, skip and slash over the wall, ready to try to set up some sort of a flank maneuver of his own. River ready to go in now as Palafox tries to get the engagement. 100 Thieves is ready to reply. B-Boy's about to die here at the very start of the fight. 100 Thieves staying alive so far. River putting the pressure onto Palafox at the same exact time as Fudge can't get anybody. Contract's about to lose his ulti, about to lose his life, about to lose the game. 100 Thieves run him over.
Nicely done there by 100 Thieves. Dokla had a good flank. And though the engage this time with Zeus and Palafox looked promising, they still could not burst down anyone. And when you don't get those initial kills, there was just no way they were going to win the extended fight. And now you're losing the tier 2 mid. Now you're even going to lose probably the tier 2 bot. You're losing the Baron. They're pushing everywhere while taking the Baron. And 100 Thieves are just miles ahead at this point.
I feel like that's the end of it. Unless 100 Thieves make an absolutely unforgivable error, this game is too far out of reach now for Shopify. They send the Hail Mary.
Time, so I wouldn't blame Contracts for just trying to flip it, go in, see if you can get it. They're going to look for Dokla.
Yeah, Contracts jumps in after the Jax, and that's not where you want to be. He's already down, and the Dragon is claimed. The soul belongs to 100 Thieves, and the game is about to go the same way. Fudge in stasis for only a moment longer. FBI is on a killing spree. There's nothing left of Shopify, man. 100 Thieves. Just throw them all in the wheelbarrow and haul them back to Fountain.
Yeah, Contracts told me he's going to show Unk what is up, but it's Dokla getting the last laugh in this one.
And there it is, the Keck W Braum at the same time. 100 Thieves know they just won the game. They'll force the wave through down here in the bot side. Tier 2 turret is already gone. Quid putting in work back over in the mid lane, but he knows they don't need 2 lanes to win this one. Contracts is going to be back alive here in about 5 seconds, but I'm thinking his screen's only going to be in full Technicolor for a few seconds if he leaves that Fountain. 100 Thieves closing in on the Nexus turrets. Contracts wants to go in, and there it is. Blink and you'll miss it. He's down again. Another ace here for 100 Thieves, as the last Nexus turret is the only thing standing between them and a Game 1 victory. Shopify Rebellion respawning, trying to scramble, get in there in time, but it ain't gonna matter. 100 Thieves, FBI is on a rampage. Palafox taken down one more time for good measure. 100 Thieves takes Game 1.
Yeah, you can tell Dokla was loving it at the end.
These two being like the 2-man hit squad that just sets up plays, makes things happen. There's a great amount of setup between Alistar and Maokai. There is zero damage. It looks like B-Boy and Zeus might be in a bit of a tough spot here. Big Dokes charging in with a Scion ulti, but he misses as Zeus flashes away from it. A little bit more damage as River tries to follow up. Zeus taken low, but not dead just yet. 100 Thieves with a sloppy dive, completely missed the mark. And B-Boy and Zeus make him look silly. FBI is going to be killed for first blood. Palafox jumping into the Yone, and 100 Thieves are regretting this decision.
Yeah, really well played there by. Then gets picked up off of the roam.
Oh, but meanwhile, we're right back into the fight up here on the top side. Zeus surely dies here. FBI picks that one up, so almost entirely useless in terms of a purchase. Like, it just does not have much impact, so it definitely feels bad if that's the only thing in your inventory, as Ayla's going to feel even worse now, getting caught out. B-Boy and Zeus doing the damage to make this a 2-1 game.
The moat has upgraded. It has become
Garbage even once they're fully evolved. Like, that's the glowing mode. Meanwhile, curtain call opens up. Zeus and B-Boy got to be a little bit careful here, but they're turning it around rather nicely. River drops, and the feat of warfare is claimed by Shopify Rebellion. Part of Valor, we're not confident in this fight, and it's not worth the risk.
Yep, not going to go for anything crazy there, and we'll just give it up. But that doesn't mean second objective.
B-Boy has to arcane shift away, get to safety. Compared to the range of FBI, is now River knocked up in the air, goes for the Cataclysm here in a contract. FBI opens up the curtain call. River's about to die here first. He's barely getting away. The last little bit of damage finds him. A contract will also fall. Fudge jumps in the middle of everybody here with a teleport, but he's going to be contained for now. Palafox jumps in with a fake seal, does not find a target. Shopify on the run. Nice deadly flourish. Locks up the enemy mid laner as Palafox has to flash back over the wall. B-Boy disengaging too. I mean, you pointed it out in game number 1. A big thing that 100 Thieves was doing so well with Jin for FBI, as we do have the Herald summoned up. River is driving it, kablam! Takes down the tier 1 turret. 100 Thieves will be happy with that one.
Yeah, at least in the meantime for Shopify, we had Fudge pushing on bot side, so they got feats confirmed here, as they do have those upgraded boots. He's just going to drive it over to the Dragon, and 6 man showing up here.
Exactly, but the fight has already started. Fudge isolated from the rest of the battle as Zeus is knocked down to half HP, but he still has the unbreakable will. 100 Thieves turning their attention back over to the river, back over towards the Drake as they have it down to 3,000 HP. Fourth shot, going to take it low enough to smite it down. Zeus gets caught out by the deadly flourish there as Big Dokes is ready to follow it up, and FBI goes on a killing spree. It's
okay. It's going to be hard to get through Dokla, and then you already have the Seekers picked up early here by Quid, which is going to make him really difficult to knock down. FBI is positioning pretty far back, goes for the Ghost Blade as well as
but it does not matter, but now he's still at about 10% HP. Shopify Rebellion is already starting up the Otacon. They've got it down to half. 100 Thieves move in, looking to stop them. Palafox, 2/3 HP. Curtain call opens up. Otacon down to 4,000. Zeus tanking up here in the very front of the fight. Fudge rejoins with the teleport. Doka on the front line. Otacon down to 2,000. Going to be secured by contract. Doka jumps into everybody, but it's Palafox into the back line. Shopify Rebellion fight an absolutely massive fight. They'll kill 3, they'll take the Otacon, and that's exactly what they need. Not gonna find anything. Mystic shots not hitting a lot of targets here either. Palafox with the Q3 ready to jump over the wall if he needs to. Ayla down to half HP. Contracts looking to control the River here still, as River himself knocked down to 40% here too. There's your Maokai ultimate. Shopify Rebellion have total control over the bot side. River and 100 Thieves are having to try to get away. Big Dokes brought down to size as Palafox dives to the back line yet again. Quid trying to get away. Nice shuffle, but it only hits Zeus. Meanwhile, public execution from Fudge. Double kill for the Yone. Fudge makes it number 3. And 100 Thieves he has the shield bow. He has the Blade of the Ruined King. He has everything he needs to keep his presence. Down there in the bottom lane, FBI though, saved by the Tempered Fate, trying to get away! Followed by Contracts, who doesn't quite have enough damage. The last Bramble Smash won't kill him off with the public execution for Fudge. Gets the job done. Fudge in danger now, tanking the turret damage. Quid needs a little bit more, and he finally gets one back. Shopify Rebellion playing very far forward, but is it actually an overextension? Quid getting a lot of damage here on a B-Boy. Dokla still looking maybe for an angle as River jumps forward and B-Boy flashes away. Low health bars on both sides, but it's so hard to turn it around. Fudge has to try to escape now, just barely tries to get away, but the Tempered Fate catches him. River with a nice timing. EQ combo catches Fudge unawares, and now with the enemy top laner down, 100 Thieves sees their opportunity. They are going after the Baron. They know they have to do a big play to get back in the game.
And Palafox is still farming the blue buff because he has 3k gold. He's trying to finish his IE, but he's not here.
Okay, the Baron's already down to 4,000. Shopify Rebellion trying to step up in a 3v5, but the Baron has already been claimed. 100 Thieves find a big pick onto Fudge. They find the Baron right after. Shopify don't get anything back. That might be exactly what they needed.
Really? And they decided to make this call. The Palafox isn't going to join. He had teleport up and available, but he's farming jungle camps while they are doing the Baron here. Because he was sitting on so much gold, he wanted to complete the full IE. He just had the crit cloak. He does get the Infinity Edge, but you lose the Baron. And you have to wonder, could he have gotten over there? And maybe Quid has no teleport, so they just have to be at the Dragon, start this right on spawn. It feels like Shopify, as a result, maybe making the call to just give up the Dragon. Zeus in trouble.
Yeah, River engages, but it's only onto an Alistar, ready to go with ulti. B-Boy fires off the True Shot Barrage. Zeus still at plenty of HP, while Palafox has taken down the inhibitor turret up there in the top lane. 100 Thieves, yeah, they've got control of the bot side, River, but again, they have to start the Dragon right now. It's going to begin. They've already got it down to half HP. We'll see if 100 Thieves can secure it. Yes, they will. Mountain Drake is theirs. Dopa makes his way back into the base. He will be able to defend the inhibitor, but the turret itself is gone. That inhib will be exposed for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that is going to be annoying, but at the end of the day...
P5 if 100 Thieves get engaged on, and Fudge is swooping around from the side. Sundisk also about to expire. Ayla's going to be the first one killed. Fate sealed from Palafox. River's knocked up into the air as 100 Thieves try to fight back, but they can't find anything. Shopify Rebellion. Big moves coming out from Fudge, but Quid's ready to turn it around. Shut down over to FBI. Fudge about to drop next. Quid goes on a killing spree, and 100 Thieves try to fight back. Quid finally falls. FBI's getting away, but the True Shot Barrage cuts him down before he can fire the fourth shot.
2,400 gold, so went back, does complete that, and they are on the Baron. 100 Thieves got to approach, but B-Boy getting some good chunk down on the Quid to start the fight.
Yeah, Palafox in Contracts. Palafox does so much damage, they can easily just two-man the objective. So 100 Thieves is going to start trying to take the fight. Contracts fires the ulti backwards. Curtain call from FBI. They're looking to focus down Fudge. Public execution ain't getting a whole lot just yet, but the fourth shot needs to come through. Fudge staying alive while Quid's about to die. The stasis will end here in only a moment, and Contracts takes the kill. 100 Thieves are scattered. Shopify will claim themselves a Baron, plus the enemy mid laner dead for the next 45 seconds.
I loved how B-Boy, Zeus, and Fudge were able to play that. They effectively had to play a 3v5 while their teammates sold the Dragon.
Okay, Palafox going in after FBI here. Soul Unbound goes very far forward. Last turret shot nearly gets the Guardian Angel, but close ain't close enough. As B-Boy continues, stepping up just a little bit further here, fishing for those Mystic shots. Wants to take down the turret. A couple more hits will do it, and B-Boy takes more money for the Rebellion. They're up almost 6,000 gold now, and the Mountain Soul is clean.
Yeah, that feels like the straw that broke the camel's back there for sure. They get the Baron, they get the kills, they get the soul, and now 100 Thieves, I think, are just not going to have enough to deal with what Shopify have built up at this point. It is a massive lead, 6K plus a good 4,000 worth of stats from that Mountain Soul. It's going to make it so hard for them.
4,000 worth of stats from the Soul. You got about an extra 2,000 in stats from the Flower bonus that they have. Remember, they claimed the Otacon all that time ago.
Like a 12K lead.
Yeah, Shopify is just so far ahead now. 100 Thieves would have to pull off some kind of a miracle to come back into the game. Palafox jumps over the wall, Soul Unbound, a little bit of damage, immediately snaps right back as soon as River goes for a potential combo on him. True Shot Barrage nearly kills Quid. That Ezreal ulti is real strong right about now.
Yeah, it is looking powerful. They're looking now for River.
Yeah, River having to flash away on the Jarvan. Losing that summoner spell is so critical right now. For 100 Thieves, we're talking about you need a miracle to have any kind of a chance. Part of that miracle is a big engage, but the engage belongs to Shopify Rebellion. The turret is already gone and FBI is already dead. The Shurima Shuffle's not going to do a damn thing. B-Boy is dominating, and 100 Thieves will crumble. The last sand buckles before the might of Shopify Rebellion. And are they even going to lose a single man? It does not look like it. Nobody even got hurt, Azael. And Shopify with the last bits of Dokla's Scion body fading away. Shopify is going to tie this one up. They'll take game 2, and we're heading to a third game here in this first best of 3 of the weekend.
Great bounce back here from Shopify. Palafox and B-Boy. Well, I was going to say they were deathless, but Palafox said just have your passive just non-stop feeding your health and mana. I think he will be okay, but it is always scary in those early levels.
I mean, it's full dive just like we expected from 100
Doka would have just continued his path down towards bot. Now River in trouble.
Yeah, River immediately finds himself in a 1v2 against the Cho'Gath and Trundle combo, and Contracts takes him out. Fudge. Okay, they're looking to put the pressure on Palafox over here in the mid lane. Gravity Well is used, but the charm already connects onto the Victor. Palafox knows he ain't going anywhere. The Q returns. So this should be first Drake over to 100 Thieves for free, as Fudge is just going to keep on farming up here with the Cho'Gath. Critically, though, he has not used the Feast on a minion. Sometimes you'll see Cho'Gath
playing this out, and clearly their thought process is get Quid ahead, he will pay it back, but at least thus far, Quid has not been able to.
Ooh, immediate engage coming out from 100 Thieves, though. Zeus is already down, but Contracts is ready to follow it up and makes it a 1-for-1 trade. Now River could be in a little bit of a tough spot as B-Boy fires back. Needs some more damage, though. FBI popping the barrier, looking to stay alive as Dokla heals up there with a call to make, but Fudge cuts him down. Shopify Rebellion win out across the map as FBI dies at the back end of the top
Quarter
side.
of your health. All right, you just eat the whole wave, and now you're back to full.
Yeah, the only concern is, let's see this.
Hold on. Zeus could be in a little bit of trouble here, wants to turn it around onto FBI, gets a two-man Pop Blossom as River tries to dive in, and FBI chasing now after his opponent. B-Boy survives for the time being, but FBI down to 200 HP, has to continue making some space. Palafox and Contracts are here. Nobody on 100 Thieves died.
Waiting around nearby. Gravity Well slows Quid down, but it's not like it would be able to lock him up. Now that we've got Zeus also in the area, Contract should have full confidence to be able to finish off this objective. But Quid and Ayla are seeing if maybe there is a trap to be set. Maybe they can catch Palafox. Why have a TV dinner when you can have a gourmet feast? Like 7 courses.
Dad's barbecue and steak. You just got to hold out.
Yeah, all right, okay. I can respect it, Fudge. Quid is making his way back up here, but without an ulti. Using the Dominus, though, forced back by Palafox. Nocturne ulti's not doing a whole lot here as River is trapped inside the pit having to deal with Contracts. Zeus goes in for the Pop Blossom. He only finds FBI, but that's a pretty good target. 100 Thieves trying to scramble a little bit now as Shopify run forward. Fudge needs a little bit more damage and Quid is gone. Dokla into the back line, causing some trouble for Shopify, but not enough. Shopify Rebellion, they'll take the 1 kill, they'll take the Drake, they'll take the fight.
What?
And then the entire time he's getting beat to death by Contracts' front.
Like he couldn't actually ult really. Maybe if like B-Boy or someone is way out of position and just dies for free, you can do something, but I kind of feel like you full send it on B-Boy or Palafox, you kill them, and then you realize, oh wait, like Trundle and Victor and everyone is hitting us and we're kind of just dying. So I just feel like they don't have any damage to actually kill off this comp when they're playing from this kind of a position. So Shopify played it slow, played it steady, and feel like they're playing with a really big draft advantage and looking good.
Okay, 100 Thieves looking to make their dive now. The Pop Blossom defensively finds 3, and Shopify are firing back. Ayla is already down. That was 100 Thieves full send. That was their attempt. That was their trigger pull, and the gun blew up in their hand.
Yeah, that one's feeling like a little bit of a death knell there for them, as now Shopify going to go right down to Otacon. B-Boy's a little bit low. They can try to get back out there. They're going to teleport. This is pretty early, though, and now Dokla's going to be the one potentially caught out on this TP.
Oh boy, they're already waiting. Dokla's in some danger, having to try to slice and dice his way back out. His stats have been sapped. He's knocked up into the air by the rupture, and he's already dead. Dokla spins his summoner spell. 10 seconds.
Yeah, 100 Thieves still in the area, seeing if there's any sort of an angle to get something done, but just with no ult on Quid, with no flash on Ayla, it feels really difficult to even try to approach. Dokla is behind them, but this is going to be gone, and there's another stack going over to Fudge.
Yep, they've already got the Drake, and now Dokla's got to try to get away because Palafox found him. Contracts flashing out. Fudge is going to cover his retreat. Dokla, now isolated from the rest of the team, has to flash back over the wall to make sure he does not get caught by the tangle barbs there from Zeus. Another win for Shopify Rebellion.
Yeah, and if you think that front line is tanky now, wait until they get Ocean Soul. That is going to be almost impossible to do anything. 100 Thieves, yeah, it's time to flip it. Just start the Otacon, do something. Like, this game is looking so cooked, so even if it's like a 10% chance, I feel like it's better than what they have now.
Yep, it's a YOLO play, but that's what you need sometimes. Otacon down to 5,000 HP. It's 100 Thieves are looking to send it back on the Fudge, who flashes over the wall, staying alive for now, but he's very, very low. Pop Blossom onto 2. FBI's first to die. Quid having to dash back over the wall to stay alive, as Dokla will be the next man down, and Fudge never even falls. Otacon finally slain by River, but it costs a heavy price. Double kill back over to Contract.
And back in live, we are seeing them do the Baron here, but River just now respawning as it is incredibly low, and I don't think he's going to be able to get there in time to even see the Baron die.
Yep, Baron already slain. As you're looking at the
He only
feast.
needs 4 more minions. The question is he going to get his guaranteed 6 free minion feasts before the game ends?
Brother, I think this game is going to end far
So do
faster
I.
than that. Like, Shopify Rebellion is up 7,000 gold. It's going to be closer to 8,000 here after this tier 2 is taken mid. Okay, I guess it'll bounce back closer to 7.5 because Dokla is at least going to get the tier
Check
1
the bounty.
turret top lane. That is the first turret that 100 Thieves have acquired in 28 minutes of gameplay. It's a rough one. River's going in though. Paranoia already popped. Ayla tries to hop in first, but immediately takes a ton of damage. Seo staying alive for now, finds the pop blossom. River is already dead. Dokla makes his entry into the back part of the lines of Shopify, but it will not matter. 100 Thieves, they have no damage. They have no chance. They have nobody left alive. A triple kill for the victor of Palafox. A clean ace for Shopify Rebellion, and that's your game-winning team fight right there. They're going to take down 100 Thieves.
And Shopify Rebellion going to continue their winning ways here, move to 3-0 as far as the match score is completed.
And this was the most one-sided game in the series. 15-3, 11,000 gold lead by the time it's done. There's not even anybody to farm left alive. Ayla respawns, only to be hit immediately with the pillar, and Shopify will take
Q is so good. But like levels 2 and 3, you don't feel as great about your level ups because W and E definitely a lot weaker. So we'll see about the opening here. Here on LYON back into the league has been nice to see. And of course, he's playing Ornn for the team. He'll be playing to scale and get those items. So Adilan is on the bomb side.
I don't think he was
already.
I don't know if he was spotted. They're going to try and get this wave in. Ooh, Lion's taking a little bit of damage already. Adi now committing in. Masu dodging out on the damage, but cannot dodge the autos. Henna picks up first blood.
Inspired is over the wall, though.
He
Looking
has
to
level
pick up
6.
at least
Cyclone's
one.
available. This could clean up everything. Insta pops Adilan. Henna can't get out either. A double kill to Inspired.
Ooh, that's a good feeling as a jungler when the other team just kind of lines up and in the, like, cycle of your full clear, you can pick up a double kill bottom lane. Inspired is off to the races.
He got right back to that camp. Now, Call of Forge got from Surdy, lands onto Bwipo, flashes away. Saint now walks all the way from mid lane. Bwipo's gonna have to try and trade something back to shot lane. He gets it! Bwipo with the 1-for-1 trade!
And it gets them the 3rd kill
This
for their
pocket now off to a good start, all things considered. Adilan, though, as we get into live, is on the Dragon. It's going to be the first Dragon picked up. The 3 grubs were picked up by FlyQuest, so a trade
How
of...
they think they can best win the game.
Yeah.
So what it looks to be like in this one is they're saying, we're going to be able to get such a big gold lead that by the time 3rd or 4th Drake comes up, we'll smash them.
If Bwipo dies, that might throw a wrench in that plan, though. Ultimate's used by Lion. Bwipo's trying to get away. Lions can chase him down. Angle Barb could be it. One more auto. Oh, Bwipo gets the shield back, though. Flash from Lions to guarantee the kill. And Lion with the pickup on the bottom side. FlyQuest now pouncing top half of the map. Surdy's going to have to try and get out of here. Shattering Strike used by Busio. Buffered by Surdy, and he's out. But the turret will fall. FlyQuest get more gold in their pocket.
Yeah, Ornn quite a bit tankier on that weak side, so Surdy going to be fine walking it out. He's still be able to collect the wave, and both of the towers are make sure there's no vision in there, and then pull the blue buff into that brush.
Now we see Quad all alone top side, though, because everybody was so focused on the buff. Quad alone means that Lion can pick him up, give the kill over to Saint. 2 in his pocket. Lion pounce and get a kill topside.
Saint pretty happy about that one. Nice coordinated play, but now this is the counterplay by FlyQuest trying to get the mid turret. They don't get the kill, but they will be able to get the turret and are trading up a bit in map pressure.
Charge.
Inspired is the 2nd charger.
Adilan is here, smites it away, and now Cyclone, he has to flash, exhaust used, but Busio trying to get out of there. Now Lion's on the flank. Busio very slow right now as he's looking for the remount. Call the Forge God now. Surdy looking for the engage. Oh, misses on Busio, but didn't need it. They still get the kill, and Henna was set up because of it. Gets onto Masu. Lion find 2 in the mid lane, looking for more. Inspired trying to use the healing from the Scuttle Crab to get out of there, but the pillar blocks his path. Lion are making FlyQuest sweat as Inspired is desperately limping away, has to flash. Does Dragon set up?
Yeah, all ults up for Lion. I think they're going to look to turn.
All right, Inspired's in the pit right now. Surdy's trying to hold the line right now. Call the Forge God has been pulled. He's got to get out of the garage pretty well. And now the Pop Blossom engage. Masu's got to get out of there as the Cyclone from Inspired re-engages for FlyQuest, shutting down Lion's approach. Bwipo in the flank. It's flash out of Henna, flash out of Saint. The carries are out of there. FlyQuest absorb the play and get the dragon.
When FlyQuest was giving up the first Drake, when FlyQuest was giving up the second Drake, they had this fight in mind. They're saying, you know what? When we hit this spike, we are going to end LYON. I'd say they dodged the initial engage so well and turned at exactly the right time. Notice how well and how patiently FlyQuest held their ultimates when we see this replay. I think they get the Otacon off this as well.
Yeah, I mean, they have their 2-item power spikes on
Plus
there. The Nico kind of overlap their knockups.
Oh, it's huge though.
And then he's fine, but look at that grouping. And the
scaling in a comfortable spot in the game right now. I think for LYON, they're just going to start overloading and trying to force fights.
Yeah, grouped up in the mid lane right here. All members to take the turret. They're losing their bot wave. Their top wave's getting pushed in as well. So this is just a concerted effort to say, we got to get gold somewhere. We got to start opening up the map where we can.
One thing that went wrong for LYON in that fight is they never got a good angle for Saint Shockwave. So even though that fight was totally one-sided for FlyQuest, the combo wasn't ideal for LYON. So they still have a wombo combo in them if they can find the right window to do it.
And FlyQuest are just doing the exact same thing. Say, all right, you want to group up? We'll group up. We got a 4,500 gold lead right now. We can actually win this Shockwave onto Boostio right there. Pulled back. Audilane now has to use the subjugate flash to get to safety.
On the edges here.
yeah, LYON using Surdy's teleport to come over, but FlyQuest hold on to Bwipo's.
And now LYON are in an interesting position here. Masu actually on the flank, just approaching Audilane. Flash pop blossom, but Masu gets away. LYONs thought he could find the enemy 80 carry and just gets punished for the attempt.
That was so smooth from Masu right there. That was
Didn't
so
even flash.
smooth. Cleanse, pretty buttery smooth, and they're gonna just burn down this Baron. Let's see, Audilane doesn't have flash, so skills are really hard.
Shockwave's coming up soon, but there's just not many tools for LYON right now as FlyQuest have Boostio to hold the line. They get the Baron. LYON now
Although with level 16 and all those Magic Queen items, he might have just turned on to Kaisa if he flew in anyway. So
well, both Inspired and Boostio kind of flexing here between the jungle. Ready to go to either side.
Saint's all the way bot side right now, shoving a deep wave while the rest of LYON are trying to hold the line here. FlyQuest with their banner-powered minions, though, will always be able to outpush. So Saint now backing, coming back to the fountain. But that inhibitor turret has already fallen, and FlyQuest are just going to throw their wallets around and say, LYON, you have to do something if you want your base to survive. First inhib will fall, Pillar invested on the Masu, but Audilane gets exhausted, has to walk away. Now FlyQuest looking at this middle inhibitor here as they let the minions do most of the work for now. Call the Forge God. This is the big go button for LYON. Surdy only lands it onto one, but Boostio with the counter engage. Now LYON's pop blossom onto three, but it's only the front line. The damage dealers were not threatened. Shockwave almost turns it on to Boostio, but LYON just cannot kill him. Henna throws himself into the backline, hoping for a miracle. Nothing to be found. FlyQuest cleanly executed. No panic whatsoever. They will crush LYON with a 12,000 gold lead in game number one.
It's another day in the office for FlyQuest as they remain undefeated in Split 3. The first pick Yunara does pay off. Masu looks very clean.
That baby gonna main? Tell me what that baby's gonna be a main.
I will allow Yuumi for a year to learn the game. I think that's a good one to learn.
Babies are allowed to play.
Babies
that would be the second time where someone had just walked straight over the ward right into the Audilane sticks around though. Hold on.
Boostio does spot him. Masu's nearby as well. We have the lane swap from FlyQuest bot lane as Saint gets away from the unraveled earth. As now Henna has to flash, but does not have the team around him. First blood picked up by Inspired.
I mean, it's a big extension of the top lane gank avoidance by Bwipo there.
The map. Come on down, keep collecting objective after objective after objective. You don't expect LYON to fight you anytime soon because, you know, Surdy is half health under tower. He's actually running the risk of getting dove at the moment with the duo lane heading over.
Pops a World Ender to try and help him clear out this wave because Masu and Boostio are both there. Surdy is in danger. Lands a one knockup onto Bwipo. And FlyQuest are just dancing around here. They can wait for the next wave. Masu's actually catching this one. And Surdy's like, all right, I'm not quite sure what my out is, but he is buying some time, wasting some of FlyQuest as Bwipo does have the damage. Surdy might actually be able to turn that. No! Ultimate's committed from FlyQuest, but now Quad's in some trouble. LYON! Bite back in the mid lane.
A much faster gank in the mid lane for sure.
So, I thought FlyQuest continue to stack their objectives like we were talking about, as well as just keep up a really efficient farm for Inspire.
Saint, dodges The knockback, and Quad's in a lot of trouble right now in the 1v1. Saint takes it, solo kill to Lion's mid lane. Again, holding their own right now. It's 2-2 in the kill score. And 3 grubs plus the dragon to FlyQuest. So Lion might be looking at this next dragon as where they want to start contesting. Sturdy takes a rough trade right there. On top of Onslaught comes in from Bwipo. Now the world ender from Sturdy. We got a 1v1 classic in the top lane. Sturdy feels pretty good about that one. Flash forward, one more auto. He takes it! Feat of Warfare claim for Lion. Sturdy will die to the turret, but mission accomplished. 1-for-1 trade on the top side, slightly to Lion.
Yeah,
That's it. That's all you need.
I was trying to pull out where was that positive. He flash disadvantage, goals the same.
I was like,
I'll take what I can get, you know. Oh, Lions with a fancy little headbutt into the flash bulb rise. Quad now in some trouble again under the turret. He has just been focused all day by Lion.
Dang.
Another kill for the mid laner of Lion.
Evade.
Yeah, but he also does have the Leandry. So like, you do some like splash damage. You touch the Scion and get him burning.
Well, currently Scion is hovering near Saint right now. The rest of Lion are walking in towards the dragon. They force out the Feather Storm from Masu, and now they commit everything onto the AD carry. Masu in trouble, flashes with the Blade Caller, still alive, but not for long. Henno with the snipe will take him down. The dragon, the focus, it is taken by Inspired, but the fight is won by Lion.
That's it. That's the team fight that Lion needs to be able to orchestrate. Henna gets the first.
At the Bwipo and Sturdy 1v1, that had already been decided though by the time we all got there. But that Jinx getting the extra money here. These Lion carries. Here we go for the dive.
I mean, we are just laser focused on Quad. It's going to be Lion taking it up. Saint gets the damage. Saint gets the kill credit. Now Busio under the turret. Quickness was popped, but not going to lock anyone down for long enough for a kill. Lion get another onto Quad.
Talk about a nightmare game for Quad. 0-4-0 so far. He just hopped in for fun there.
He's popping wheelies in the parking lot.
He's doing donuts.
They're going to go for 2 turrets here. They have the Jinx, so they should be able to shred this turret fairly quickly.
Sturdy's all alone in the bottom side now. Pops a world ender yet again. Inspired is here. They could look for the dive. Sturdy, does he go for the wave or does he try and go for an outplay? It's going to be Bwipo taking up the turret to start things off, which means Inspired gets so much time to just beat down the Aatrox. He's healing up. Drain tanking it, but not enough. FlyQuest get their man.
Tried to maximize his Sundered Sky and Aatrox passive procs. Gets Bwipo for a big heal at the end, but it is not enough as Inspired and Bwipo.
Ooh, Lion almost lose their support.
Did save his ult though, because they're going to want that for the next fight. But they continue the fight.
Might just be able to TP in, but now, yeah, Lion got to be worried here. Now the Alistar ultimate as Bwipo teleports in very far from the rest of FlyQuest, but now he takes so long to die, it just bops Lions over the head. Lion lose their support, they're going to lose their top laner. Sturdy out of sorts as well. And FlyQuest find 2. FlyQuest controlling the access points at the top river.
Again, it's so smart because they don't.
A little bit about how well Bwipo can avoid, or rather stop the Aurora from getting access on his backline.
Well,
or Fly's just going fast.
Short window. Yeah, Lion can just try and make a fast play onto Bwipo right now. Saint does a lot of damage with that. Leandry's completed.
They're going to kill him.
Riftmaker completed. Bwipo has no backup close by. Busio's now making it here. Flash from Bwipo. Trying to shield himself back up. Audiolane goes forward, but now the rest of FlyQuest has made it. Bwipo goes down, but he has a zombie form. Mega Death Rocket lands, but across the veil between worlds. Big damage coming in here from Saint, but he's out of the fight. FlyQuest found the player with all the gold, all the damage. They're taking down Henna as well, but no, he actually survives. Sturdy playing hero for Lion, and they actually give it right back to FlyQuest. Their front line's down. It's just Masu, Quad, and Busio. And they got to play very respectfully here till Lions is engaged. Do they want to play around with it?
It's really dangerous because even though Talia is so far behind, the rocks are still really difficult for like an Aatrox and an Alistar to play around. So you can see the hesitancy there from Lion as Sturdy really wanted.
You're really far behind. Your rocks still do their job, and the wall still cuts off team fights. If you have the right angle, especially in Dragon, you can completely win a fight with Talia ult.
Lions pops the ultimate early. Audiolane gets flash out of the carries. Masu's the target. They're trying to lock down the Xayah, but now Bwipo's 1v3 on the side here. Lions will fall. The support is not as tanky as the top laner, and FlyQuest are just inevitable. They'll get onto the back line. They'll take down Saint. He tries to get away from the fight. The only member to live. FlyQuest crushed the fight.
Honestly, the perfect Talia ult. As Audiolane tried to engage onto FlyQuest, he completely traps them and makes a 4v2, and then Blippo is the one who's trapped on the other side with Lion.
Oh, Saint! He's going for it. He thinks he can outplay Masu right now, but with Busio there, it's a 1v2. Weirding lands, and he gets it. Okay.
That's kind
Points for
that's one of
effort.
those like kind of tilt plays. It loves the game so much. Here we go though. He's right back onto the Otacon, and we got some pings up here, so maybe Lion try and do another. Okay, is he gonna go in and try and steal? Like there's no way in.
No shot. Now with Blippo on the flank, Busio holding the line. Now the Otacon goes down, the Weaver's Wall comes in, and Lion have two
Cut off
members
again.
on the wrong side of it. Lion splashes forward, knocks Quad back. Chain CC, Henna's doing damage. Quad is actually out of the fight! Lion found it out of nothing! And FlyQuest bought right into that chaos. Shut down for 30. Lion take down 3.
Wait, they're over chasing, and Baron is gonna come up. This Baron timer is gonna overlap with Death timers.
Oh, and now they're under the turret. They can just keep going, but Masu is still full health, has the ultimate available. Featherstorm can buy so much space for FlyQuest, but now Masu's taking some damage from Saint. And
When they get Death Cap, if they can get Death Cap for Saint before this Dragon.
Or Soul.
another Weaver's Wall comes down here. Looks like they're trying to block off the approach. Maybe looking at Surdy as he seismic shoved back over the wall. Blippo trying to lock him into place, but he's healing right back up. Decimating Smash lands as now the rest of FlyQuest are trying to back up Blippo. Quad's doing damage here on the Lions. Another seismic shove. Lions now has to try and escape.
So strange.
Will do just that. Nobody falls, but the mid wave actually turret falls to Saint.
Yeah, if that solo tower gold is enough for him, like if you can actually
Can
get
he live?
But can you get out?
Yeah, I mean, he's crossed the veil, but Quad has the damage there. Between worlds to jump to safety. Inspired's right waiting for him, though. Now comes Surdy trying to play the hero, trying to keep Saint alive, but he just can't do it. Masu with the kill credit. Saint's down.
Chovy, you look so disappointed.
that was just so funny, the angle trying to get out there. I mean, he did get his death cap, though.
He did?
He got enough money for it, but he's dead.
Unfortunately, he
seconds
played
until he
Martyr
can TP in,
for that
man.
death cap. Yeah.
Okay, well, Dragon Soul is on the map. Here we go. As soon as Masu walks his way back, there is a teleport on Saint.
Exactly. So Lion is going to try and they're going to try and stall a little bit, maybe by going for Baron. I still feel like if FlyQuest just burst the Drake and then do their best to contest the Baron, that's going to be good enough for them. That's what they're doing, actually. You can see Inspired is laser focused on finishing off this Drake.
Yeah. And Lion aren't even starting up the Baron. There's so many wards, too, so FlyQuest will see if Lion want that.
So, if a Aurora Burst champion gets a death cap, but the enemy team gets a Mountain Soul shield, that makes it way harder to burst people down.
A little bit.
That's
Like,
okay.
After that, Saint burning his alt flash, just like try and trade 1-for-1 is a bit of a tilt play. And then here, just like over-indexing on, trying to get the death cap, have your cake and eat it too, dying before the soul and completely avoiding that advantage. They're still going to try to have a clean engage. It might work, but FlyQuest is in the driver's seat.
Yeah, Saint has the death cap now, but now he's getting engaged. Chain CC, he's just focused. Saint goes marching home as FlyQuest catch the mid laner yet again.
Okay, that's going to be FlyQuest heading over to the Baron then afterwards with the jungler and the mid laner down. There has got to be like a 0.1% chance that there's a steal from a wait, Henna doesn't even have ult. There's no Jinx ult. Okay, there's not.
I am tilted for Lion right now. Like, this has been such a sequence of events where they did so well to put themselves in a position where they could beat FlyQuest. And the thing about this format as well is, like, every game matters, even in the elimination phase, because the tiebreakers constantly are.
So you know how they do those videos on time to kill? Like, what is the time to kill on Whippo here? If it's just Henna, just spam attacking him.
Yeah. Which gun? Brandwood's in W?
Wait, let's look here. Okay, the shields. Okay.
It's not gone down. It's still up. I think it got bigger, actually. A Saint, seismic shove back, not into the Unraveled Earth, though, so he is fine. I was real worried for Lion's mid laner yet again. Such a dominant lead he found for himself early on, but has stumbled here towards the finish. Teams to be like, we were within striking distance of the best team in the league, but at the end of the day,
they might be able to win the game.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you win the whole fight after, then you just kill the base. Yeah.
I mean, if you take down the enemy Nexus, I think you've got a good chance of winning that one, but it's looking rough for now, right now, as Blippo starts the engage onto Surdy. Inspired following up here. Lion, we're not ready for that one.
They got through the shield.
Aniland, no steal potential onto the Elder Dragon. Lion now have Saint across the wall, but he's spotted out here. It's a 4v5. He's going to try a desperation play, but it is just that. FlyQuest again are inevitable. Busio buys time for them to take down the Alistair. FlyQuest kill 2, and will set their eyes on that Elder Dragon.
Yeah, they're in no rush. They don't have the waves to push either, so
Jinx
they're going to go
Rocket.
for Elder.
Okay, what was it? 0.000001?
This feeling.
Henna, can you do it?
No one's blocking it either. Henna can get this.
Generational play. Ooh, not gonna land right there. It was a crapshoot, didn't land. Inspired with the smite, will take it.
He's locked in. He had the team scatter. He was like, nobody stand next to this Drake.
Every jungler has been there. Everyone's been traumatized at least one time by a steal like that.
And Surdy's caught out as well here right afterwards. Yeah, the wheels have fallen off for LYON. FlyQuest are reminding us as it's just these melees might be enough, plus the bottom wave.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they try and end here without Baron and Supers. It depends on how well LYON can clear the wave. I feel like Whippo will be fine tanking the turrets if he moves in a little early. They might try and end right here.
Yeah, LYON going to go for one final desperation play. No Surdy for 10 seconds. It's a 4v5 under their Nexus turrets. Whippo is taking a lot of damage here. Saint gets big damage spread across multiple members. First Nexus turret will fall, but Inspired actually leading the team forward. Yeah, he's out. Whippo just got caught. What was that?
That was the Aurora burst right there.
Yeah, no fair. Saints in them.
4 completed
Send
items.
it there, but it looks like they're going to decide we'll get better odds at positioning for a
Window
team
now
fight.
to avoid that and look for a pick. Weaver's Wall going to come out from quad as all of LYON are able to get onto the correct side, but the flick back onto Adiland, full engage, full commit onto the jungle. Oh, the damage from Saint is just insane! Masu looks for his own little fight there on the Henna. Inspired's down. Masu's got to get out of the fight. Saint's chasing him down. Triple kill to Saint. LYON hold the line. Quad will fall. Henna with the kill. It's only Whippo left. LYON roar to life.
Let's go, LYON! They do not tilt off the face of the earth. They get the combo. The burst there from Aurora.
Nice and slow. They've got the Elder. You can just throw out poke, slowly take the inhibitors. Then once you have all inhibitors, you have so much extra super minion pushing power, and you can just rely on the poke from the Elder and the super minions to basically win for you.
Right now the mid wave is pushing in. They're on that bottom inhibitor. Now all inhibitors have fallen again. LYON have one Nexus turret left alive. Weaver's Wall coming out. Saint's on the wrong side across the Veil to try and save himself for right now. In the camouflage between worlds. Big damage on the monster. Inspired again. FlyQuest are getting engaged on. Crescent Guard will keep Inspired alive for right now, but Busio goes in for the engage. It's another re-engage from LYON, but they just lost it. Surdy's down. Busio's down in response. Henna with the Jinx is excited. Masu forced away from the fight. Flash available. Blade Caller will not land. And yet again, LYON hold the line. Oh! Quad takes out LYONs.
So
with the fadeaway,
they did get
from ending the game, but they haven't been able to get back onto the Rift and get anything sizable.
The Nexus turrets will respawn. You never know. Nice
Wait,
block.
look at the mini-map. Jinx down here. Jinx.
Yeah, Henna, 1v1 versus Whippo. We were wondering how many autos would it take. I think we might figure that out. Surdy is nearby, but so is Quad. Henna has the flash again. Saint with Between Worlds will push back the rest of FlyQuest, but that's a couple flashes, couple ultimates used.
Busio had to flash too, so it's not like it's a free engage onto Henna now that Henna's flash is down. You can see one next turret is respawned, but here's Baron and maybe the slow end, but the Jinx clears waves so fast, we'll see.
Yeah, they're able to Baron up the bottom super minions. 2 are hitting that turret. As now the rest of LYON here again trying to hold the line. This is the 3rd attempt from FlyQuest. Big flank from Adiland here as he's all the way around threatening the backline. Whippo now in his own, but a flick back out to Henna. Quad with the savior play, the redemption play takes out the AD carry for FlyQuest. They'll march in. No more Jinx, no more hope for LYON, and FlyQuest will 2-0 this series.
Just like we all expected, FlyQuest